Welcome to Cinfox Studios, where I share video essays. Today we're going to talk about Bad Bunny's Debbie Tarrar MS Photos Tour and why there are no shows planned in the US. A story of hesitation, concern, and home. Imagine this. You're a global superstar, filling arenas across the world, yet you decide to skip the United States in your next big tour? It sounds shocking. Some might think the reason is simple. Maybe ticketing logistics, maybe visa issues, maybe he just wants to focus on Latin America. But for Bad Bunny, the decision runs deeper. Bad Bunny Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, during interviews around September 2025, revealed that he intentionally excluded U.S. shows from his Debbie Tarrar MS Photos World Tour when asked whether this was because of the mass deportations of Latinos and any immigration enforcement. In the U.S., Bad Bunny said, "Man, honestly, yes. What he didn't say, it's important. This is not because he hates the U.S. or because he dislikes his U.S. fans." He was very clear. There were many reasons why I didn't show up in the U.S., and none of them were out of hate. I've performed there many times. All of the shows have been successful. All of them have been magnificent. So the reason is not animosity. He loves his fans, appreciates the concerts, the connection. The choice is out of concern for something much more serious. What really worried him, ICE raids, fan safety, and belonging. Here's where it gets personal and political. Bad Bunny is concerned that ICE, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, could stage raids at or near his concerts, putting concertgoers, especially those who are immigrants or come from mixed-status families, at risk. He has described discussions among his team about the possibility of ICE outside his concert and admitted it's something that made them very uneasy. He also pointed out that Puerto Rico, though an unincorporated U.S. territory, feels like a safer base to perform at the moment. Fans from the continental U.S., Latinos and Puerto Ricans alike, can travel to Puerto Rico to see him. So it's not a retreat, it's recalibration. What do you think? Do you support his decision? Let me know in the comments down below. Some common misconceptions and what's actually true. Misconception. He's avoiding the US because he's anti-American, anti-fans. Actuality, he insists, he's performed many times in the US. All successful, all magnificent. His decision isn't out of hate. Misconception. It's purely a business or financial decision. Actuality. While business always has a role in touring, Bad Bunny emphasizes safety, cultural identity, political climate more than profit. The fear of immigration enforcement affecting fans is central. Misconception. He will never tour in the US again. Actuality. He hasn't made a blanket statement like that. He said current tour dates skip the US because of the concerns now. That doesn't rule out future US shows under different circumstances. Why it matters more than just a tour. This isn't just about concerts. For Bad Bunny, skipping the US is a way of making a statement, of protecting his fans, but also of advancing a narrative of dignity, identity, and resistance. He's Puerto Rican and his residency, "No me quiero ir de aquí, I don't want to leave here," is deeply tied to that sense of home, of cultural roots. A reminder that Puerto Rico has its own identity even within the U.S. framework. It raises awareness about the fear many Latinos and immigrants in the U.S. live with, not being sure whether going to a concert might bring them into danger simply because of immigration status or enforcement tactics. It challenges traditional tour logic. Instead of seeking more markets, especially the big U.S. ones, Bad Bunny is asking at what cost? What is the safety? What is the experience? What he did offer instead, to give U.S. fans something, he chose a major residency in Puerto Rico, No me quiero ir de aquí. 30 shows over multiple weeks. This gives a home base where fans in Puerto Rico and those who can travel feel included. A world tour that covers Latin America, Europe, Asia, Australia, big global reach. Just not the US for this leg. On September 20th, he even live-streamed one of his concerts for free. What the future might hold. We don't know whether his next tour will include US dates, Conditions may change. Immigration policy, enforcement, political climate, the artist's own view of risk. If ICE presence or raids ease, or if there are assurances or simply less fear, he might reconsider. But right now, his priority seems to be safety for fans and himself, and maintaining authenticity. Are you going on his tour or have you been? Feel free to share your experiences. Me personally, I lost the ticket war. I would have loved to go. Subscribe. See you next time.